Hello everyone, welcome to the Captain's Video Blog. We are Sunday, October 2nd, 2016, and I think I fucked up yesterday when I said, yeah, no, Fekir hasn't been called because he's not at his best level, he's played a match that he done in Seville. Actually, he's been called, which is a good thing, you know. He missed the Euro despite not being at his best level. I still do not think that he's at his best level despite the big performance that he's done tonight against Saint Etienne. But yeah, he kicks ass. So yeah, even at 80%, he's really good. Also, he knows what he wants. Like he was in an interview with the TV, and obviously, and he said, yeah, I actually am better as a center forward rather than being on the sides. like that's ballsy because you're apparently not even going through your coach to say that kind of stuff, huh? Whoa, boy. So yeah, I just am waiting for him and Laporte to be starters in one match, probably for even the first match, so that can shut up the haters because I mean. Sure, Laurent Blanc with Daniel, they have gone out and said some icky stuff about players that go back to play with their country of origin despite having done the whole youth system in France. That has happened a lot with players of Algerian descent, of Moroccan descent, Tunisian descent. What can I say more? Maybe. Senegalese descent, Ivory Coast, Niger, who knows? There's probably been lots of players that were once thought of as probably the future of Le Bleu, and then they didn't fulfill the promises that was put into them, and they realized, well, maybe I will be better for the country where my parents or my grandparents or my no, I think that doesn't work actually. I think it only works up to the grandparents, which makes me think, if I ever were to go into kind of considerations, I would actually be barred from playing for any other country than France because, well, first, I don't speak Vietnamese or Arabic. Despite the fact that I don't think it's required to have the Algerian citizenship, but moreover, all of my ancestors were French since, well, at least my grandparents were all French by birth, which is kind of a problem to play for another country because I can say, yeah, my grandmother is French, but she's actually Algerian, and they would be like, yeah, but who cares? She was French at birth, and my grandfather was born in Vietnam, but yeah, but he was French, and I would be like, yeah, I guess you're right. And on the Italian side, there's not even anything to look at because, yeah, my grandpa was born French, but his mother was born Italian despite being born in France. But yeah, still, that's one generation too much. Oh, so yeah. Yeah, and Willy Sagnol, who said that African players, yeah, they are big, they are tall, they are more resistant. Yeah, sure. That's a gross generalization you're doing here, Willy. Oh boy. So yeah, but that doesn't mean that Deschamps would subscribe to kind of declarations, and even if he did, he hasn't said so publicly. So we cannot, at this point, we can only hold him to the standards of having a lot of luck for winning basically everywhere he goes and choking in the finals at some points, like Monaco in 2003 and France in 2016. and even 2014. But who even had some high hopes in 2014? You know, we qualified through the playoffs against Ukraine, against whom we fucking struggled. So, quarterfinals against the eventual winners, only losing 1-0, I will take that. Well, I mean, not in hindsight, but because in hindsight, we could have gone so much further. I mean, Algeria has been able to get them to the extra time, and I mean, they could have even gone to the the penalties if I think Slimani had more luck. Like 2016, Slimani would have definitely netted that in. So yeah. Um, Speaking about football, ugh, uh, you know, sometimes you're a supporter of a team and you're saying like, yeah, through thick and thin, but sometimes it's really hard. You know, it really resembles Stockholm syndrome, except you know there's actually been some good times. So yeah, because Marseille drew against Angers with a God, what a fucking disgrace that equalizer was. Um, I mean, it's just put it in the box, and everyone with the fucking headers, and then there's Capel who just has to give it a good old shoot right in the back of the net. It's you know it's just not acceptable. For the past few weeks, I was like, yeah, you have to score 3 to win. At this point, only scoring 2 would have you know sealed the deal. But no, they've only been able to score once because they only ever score once when they score an actual goal and not a fucking penalty. Uh, so yeah, I mean the things are definitely not looking up, but it's not a loss. So there's, yeah, I mean I guess it's already that. We're gonna get you know eaten alive by Paris. You know, sometimes I'm like, yeah, Toulouse were I said the same thing, but Toulouse actually played well and managed to have Sergio Aurier suspended. I don't think we can have the same kind of luck when facing Paris in Paris with their ultras, because yeah, the ultras are back in the Parc des Princes. Oh boy. So yeah, just there's no hope. Um, yeah. Anyway, it's. I mean, there's a really strange feeling in my leg because one of my dogs, you know, he's not exactly the most tender of dogs, and over the course of the past year, he's been working on one of the legs of my pajamas to the point of actually ripping out pretty much the whole left leg of the pajama I'm currently wearing. Um, Thankfully, it's on the back side, so yeah, there's only you know probably the bottom of one of my buttocks that's exposed and the one of my thighs, and I mean tomorrow it's going to the trash because it's just not okay. But yeah, I guess it's been a good run for the better of the two. I would say I don't want to say that they are football themed, but you look at the color scheme, and this one is literally a an advertisement for the Girondins de Bordeaux, and another one I have is quite literally Marseille. So yeah, there's not even a hint of subtlety in the color schemes. So yeah. Uh, well, I mean, I guess I really have to work into finishing my summer backlog because I was like, yeah, I'm having 2 days in front of me in the weekend to watch lots of anime and that shit. But then I realized that some stuff that I was caught up on at the beginning of September, like Ange Vierge and Taboo Tattoo, I actually let it all sleep during the month of September, and I'm finding myself with 4 episodes to watch in a row to end the series. So Ange Vierge, I guess it had some okay moments. It was definitely more entertaining than Taboo Tattoo, by the fact that it was done by, I think, fucking Media. No, Silverlink actually. Yeah, it's not much better actually when you think about it. Besides the few good franchises they have, they are pretty trash. So yeah. On the other hand, Taboo Tattoo was done by JC Staff, and it was a huge disappointment because, oh boy, the humor. They tried to insert it at the worst moments, and it wasn't even funny humor. It was some points, yeah, those cliches, we know them too, so we're gonna put them. Like at one point, there's one of the characters who's just saying up death flags after death flag after death flag, and you have people actually waving flags in the background, and I'm like, no, that's not funny. I know what you're trying to do. Maybe the Japanese find it funny, but you have to realize that in the production committee there's probably Crunchyroll, and Crunchyroll is targeting an international audience, and the international audience for anime probably knows their shit. So they're not gonna find it funny, or maybe they will do, because actually most of the anime fans that I know are fond of that kind of shit. Oh, so yeah. But at the end of the season, when I think about it, I try to find grades for stuff, because it's just it's just ingrained in your brain, and a base note, a base grade for Taboo Tattoo and Ange Vierge, not considering my personal thoughts, would be around 4. But then, I would have to add my own or retract some subjective points, like would I add half a point to Taboo Tattoo? Yeah, maybe, I guess. I mean, Easy was kind of cute, I guess. Ange Vierge had, it was all about the power of friendship, and it some points were really, entertaining, so I would give it, 2 points. Let's go nuts. And despite that, one thing that kind of pisses me off with some, rating systems in the anime websites are like, yeah, you have to put only the one number. You cannot have half points. I'm like, well, that's kind of shit, because Algiers, a 6 would be, to me, a little bit too harsh. A 7 would be way too, way too good. So 6.5 would be okay. Like, same goes for Taboo Tattoo. 4, I feel like it's actually, 4 is something that I would have utterly hated and probably even dropped, even though, I rated 3 fucking Maho Senso. But let's be honest, Maho Senso was a steaming pot of shit. So yeah, maybe 4.5 would have been okay, because 5 would have been maybe too good too. It's really strange to think in such small amounts, small increments. You're like, half a point is okay. Full point, yeah, you're going nuts, man. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I have to think. The Steelers are winning 29 and 0, 2-0 against Kansas City Chiefs. It's terrible. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. I kind of hate actually how American football works, because sometimes Europe 29 and 0, and you're like, well, I guess we will stop playing. Let's be conservative, because only wins count. Just tiring. So yeah, bye bye.